Thanks to Alan, who provided me a copy of the beta of this game. Thank you very much, man, you're awesome. Quiero dar las gracias a Alan, que me dio una copia de la beta de este juego, así que muchas gracias, sos grosso, y bueno, voy a arrancar con el video. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Dead by Daylight on the GeForce GTX 750 Ti with overclock. For FPS monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the CAM logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So, Dead by Daylight beta, Unreal Engine 4, and I'm only testing it with overclock because I had a hard time finding players, and the person who gave me this beta, I play with him and some friends of his, so thanks for that, man, I appreciate it. So I could only test it with overclock right now. So, what to keep in mind? Well, this is a beta, but the game releases on June 14th, so 2 days from now the game will be officially released. This game is a multiplayer only game. There are 4 survivors and a killer. All of them are players. So the goal of the survivors is to escape from those areas, like the one you're seeing right now, a closed forest area. You have to turn on all the generators and open a door, but the killer is chasing all 4 of you. So if the killer kills everyone, it wins, and if you escape, well, the killer loses. So it's a 4 versus 1 game. I hope it's successful. But well, what to keep in mind here? Well, you have low, medium, high, and ultra. You cannot switch individual settings. You only have presets. As you can see here, I'm on high. Medium seems to be the best for the 750 Ti. I never drop below 30 frames per second when I'm on medium 1080p. But you cannot choose the resolution. You can only use a slider that it's on the options in the options menu. That is the percentage of the resolution, a resolution scale slider, like you know from Doom, Battlefield 4, all that kind of stuff. But you cannot select the resolution. You'll have to play with the native resolution and downscale it from that slider. The problem with that slider is that you cannot select a percentage that you want. It has its own pre-selected percentages, so you can choose like 90%, 85%, 60%, like you cannot choose 61, 62. You have some that are, I don't know, made by the developers, so you cannot go on, I don't know, 83%, you can only choose 85, you cannot choose 90%, you can choose 67. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they decided to do that. Maybe on the final game it runs, that works better, that menu thing. But for the most part the game remains at over 30 frames per second. It wasn't possible for me to achieve 60 without, well, keeping everything on the minimum. Keep in mind now I'm switching to 900p, as you can see. So 900p it really is around 83% of 1080p, so I'm a bit higher than 900p, so keep that in mind. But it doesn't seem to affect the frame rate that much, moving the resolution slider, only if you move it a lot. Then when I do 720p, it will be like 75% of the slider. 720p is 66% of 1080p approximately, so it will be a little more than 720p, so keep that in mind while watching this. Other things to keep in mind, well, there is another option I didn't talk about, that is over the resolution scale setting, which is that the game takes care of the resolution scale for you, so you don't have to tweak it yourself. So to maintain the frame rate, the game will change the resolution scale dynamically, like consoles do in some games, so that's good to see. I didn't test it out that much, but it seems to be working. I never dipped below 30, but I couldn't achieve 60 frames per second. At the lowest setting you get pretty close, but the GPU usage drops before reaching 60, so that might be a thing of the beta or some optimization issue. I'm not sure, so I cannot say. But yeah, the game runs fine in my opinion. It uses Unreal Engine 4, it looks pretty nice, and well, it uses more than 4 gigs of RAM, as you can see. I have 3.8 gigabytes free to use, so the system is using around 4.2 gigabytes. with the game itself there. But yeah guys, that's pretty much how the game runs, and I'm apparently going to lose already, so I'm going to be spectating some of my co-op partners, so you can keep seeing how the game runs. Now I'm at 900p in some way, medium settings. That seems to be the best for the 750 Ti. Medium settings 1080p or 900p, or medium to high settings 720. The thing is that we don't have advanced options yet, as I said a second ago. You can only choose presets low, medium, high or ultra. High and ultra don't look that different, but yeah, when you die here you can spectate, but I'm going to show you medium settings. Almost 720p, it's a little bit more than 720p in this case. 720p, remember, is 66% of 1080p, something like that. So medium settings 720, and I'm going to spectate my co-op friends here. So I'm around 45 frames per second, but when the killer shows up and he's very close to you, it's like he's casting some kind of light onto you while he's chasing you. I don't know what's going on with that, but the frame rate drops to 32, 33, depending on what's going on. But as you can see, the GPU usage is not 99%. I mean, it was lower than that. It's kind of moving up and down. That might be a thing of the beta, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It might be something with my internet, but sometimes, I don't know if you could notice that, the game like frame skips. I don't know what's going on with that. But now I'm going to 1080p again, medium settings. So this is the best settings you can ask for. And so I keep seeing this player here. As I was saying, well, the final game should run pretty much the same as this, since it's 2 days away from release. So I don't know how they will fix that. But there are some frame skips. That seems to be a thing with the internet, or something with the beta, but the game is playable. I mean, there's no problem with that. As you can see, there's a glitch there. So yeah, there's something with the movement there that seems to frame skip, but it doesn't. So keep that in mind, it's not frame skipping. It's running fine. Yeah, the maps are procedurally generated. So it's like this map I'm playing right now has the same layout. I mean, has the same kind of objects, those trees, the cabins, the small houses, all that kind of stuff, but they change each time you play the game, so it won't be always the same map. The map will change dynamically once you load it again. What else to talk about? Well, I will also test this on the GTX 950, so stay tuned for that. But I have high hopes for this game. I just hope that it runs well once it releases too. I'm not sure if I will test it when it releases, but this is a pretty good reference on how it will run. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!